My guest is Dr. Stephanie Johnson from Washington, D.C. We were involved here in Texas with what they call a silver alert because we have so many seniors that still drive. And it went all the way to legislation where if there is a senior missing, they will put it up on the big trams on the freeway, and people will know that there's an elderly couple missing in a 1929 Toyota. No, not the Toyotas weren't here then. But is that all over the country? That's number one. Is that a good measurement for Alzheimer's? And what should we be? Should we be doing more? That's not enough, is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a start, and I have to say that different states have different similar programs, such as Silver Alert. But I think that there certainly is not enough information out there. One of the things that is very difficult is driving. That's a huge, huge issue and a huge emotional situation for both the individual that has Alzheimer's disease and for the caregiver. Because what happens is the caregiver becomes the bad person because they have to take the keys away. It's very difficult, but what you need to do is have your loved one get a driving test. When you need to make sure, you need to go out and ride with your parent or your grandparent. You know, if you start seeing some strange behaviors, have them drive you somewhere. Okay.
All right. And then we were talking about steps on the other segment. Okay. Now you're driving with grandmother.
Right.
And it's not going well.
Yeah. You need to really pay attention to this. And, you know, because what you'll start noticing, too, maybe little dings in the car that weren't there before.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay? You know, the fender now has a huge dent. And a lot of times they don't recall even having maybe accidentally driven into something, hit the garbage can coming out of the garage, whatever. You need to start paying attention to these things. And then what you can do is actually take them to get a driving test.
Okay.
So you would take them to the DMV to get a driving test.
Do you tell the people at DMV that we're having a few problems? Do you alert them?
Yes, you alert. You should call the DMV. And if you're having a hard time, what you can have them do is send a letter to your loved one.
So you can actually orchestrate.
You can. You can.
If you think there's something really, really going on.
Absolutely. They'll work with you because they want, you know, people need to be safe on the road, and it's really up to the DMV. They're the accrediting body and overseeing driving. This is a huge problem with seniors and driving. You know, they're losing their cognitive faculties, and they're still out on the road. Huge problem. Even probably worse than teenage drivers. So we need to be paying attention to this. And so it's really important, again, like you said, in the steps.
Right.
You're looking at short-term memory problems. You're looking at changes in personality and behavior. Look at their driving.
Look at the driving.
She's
what is
one
that called?
of the
The sandwich generation.
Sandwich generation.
Wow. Yes.
And they have done some specials because they're starting to realize these women are getting worn out, and what's happening is that they are starting to develop illnesses, cancers. They're starting to develop hypertension.
Is that from the stress?
That is from the stress, we think, and also not taking enough time to take care of themselves. And so a lot of times they end up getting ill, and then they can't care for anyone.
Do we build more nursing homes, retirement centers? In your opinion, what should this country be doing to meet this need?
I think it has to be a multifaceted approach. I think that, first of all, legislation has got to change. We need to start with, first of all, educating our politicians, because we have got to start funneling more money for all of the programs that you're talking about. There's not enough money that's being implemented into aging, in the field of aging. If you look at the National Institute of Aging, which is one of the agencies within the National Institutes of Health, it is one of the smallest agencies in the NIH.
And possibly the most underfunded.
Exactly.